Hi, Crystal.
Hello, Joe. We are in snowy Wisconsin.
We are. This is a bit of a special treat because both of us have got a snow day today, and you might be able to see behind me. It's snowing, obviously. And behind you, it's doing exactly the same thing.
It is right out my window here. It's we're supposed to get 10 inches of snow today. So yeah, it's gonna be it's nice having a snow day, but then we got to shovel. Oh well, exercise, right?
There we go. There's a silver lining to everything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I don't know about you, but I always find the worst part of shoveling when the snow plows have been, and you've got crazy amounts to go. But no, I'm gonna get out there after this and shovel for the first time, and then keep going, I think.
Yeah. My husband's coming home pretty soon. He'll probably be like, "Hey, let's go out and shovel." Why? It's just gonna come back. So,
but it's good. I mean, I still have some more snowshoeing and some more cross country skiing to teach. So we were getting a little thin on the ground for snow. So this is good. This is good. We can get some quality outside activities in with this.
I know. We have to share snowshoes with the other middle school. So I only did it once, but now the kids are like, "Oh, we could do it again." And what? Yes, we can. Yay.
Yep, they can have their turn and give them back to you and go from there.
That is true.
Yeah. Actually, I'm looking forward to there's going to be a candlelight snowshoe event here in about 2 weeks, I think it is, up on Rib Mountain behind me. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm trying to get my students to encourage them to go out and give it a whirl as well. So hopefully they take me up on that offer to go and enjoy a nice winter scenery and so on. We'll see. I hope so.
I know. When I went the first week we got back from winter break, and it was beautiful, 35 degrees. It was gorgeous outside. And for people who are not living in Wisconsin, say you went outside in 35, like our friend Kristen Okura in California. Yes, that's warm.
Oh, it is warm.
It's like paradise for us.
Yeah, we've been pretty spoiled so far, so it's all good. So what's been happening in your neck of the woods? What have you been up to?
Well, number one, personal. I became a grandma.
Yay!
January 24th. We were supposed to have an excellent PE adventure that day, but I got jumped.
Oh, you had a much better adventure than we would have had.
I had my own excellent adventure. My daughter Jenny had a baby on January 24th at 9:13 p.m. A little girl, Penelope Jean. She's 6 pounds 9 ounces and little cuteness, and being a grandmother is awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes. So how about you? That's my huge bit of news.
I don't have anything that exciting.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. It's tough to top that.
It is.
Not much. Just really trying. I've been teaching a few things I haven't either taught for a while or I haven't taught at all before. So that's been kind of fun and interesting. I'd say the first one, I'm doing rollerblading for the first time. I've got my own rollerblades and I've rollerbladed on and off for years. Can't say that I have any particularly great skills, but so I was thinking, how can I best teach this? So I reached out to people on Twitter. I reached out to some people on Voxer, and they gave me some great ideas. And I created 4 different levels of skills that the students are working. So even if we've got some students who are very, very wobbly on the skates, and some who are coming in with experience and they can do a lot of the skills. So I created 4 levels for them to work through, and it's been so nice to see them recognize, yep, this is my level, but I'm going to complete all these skills, and then I get to move on to the next level and keep challenging themselves. So it's nice that they can be self-directed. And last week I was actually gone for a couple of days doing some Apple Vanguard training, which was neat. And I came back yesterday, and already we've only had a couple of lessons of this. Some students who were really struggling on the first or second day, they're like, "Mrs. Bailey, look what I can do now!" And it was so nice to see them being so pleased about how far they've come. So it's they're skating around saying things like, "Can we do this forever? Can we do this every day?"
Was this in high school?
No, this is with the middle school kids.
Okay. Yeah, we do rollerblade too, and yeah, It is so fun. Now, did you use solo taxonomy with that?
No, I haven't done solo with it. And I thought about it. And then, but even within the levels, the skill levels of the skating skills, you could apply to solo taxonomy. But I'm going to share that out later today on Twitter, because like I said, I'm no expert. And I'm sure someone else could have a look at it and say, oh, you know, you could add this skill on this level, or you could add, you know, how about moving this one up or down, because I think that would be better. I mean, I do have some students who could do everything on the fourth level that I put out, and they're like, can we have a level 5? And I said, yeah, how about you give me ideas of what to put on level 5, and then, you know, we can build it up from there, because, you know, you're going to come up with things that I don't come up with. So
I'm going to use that. I will be looking at that tweet, because yeah, we have kids at all different levels too, and we've tried different things. Like we use cones with like foam, that foam hurdle, and set up the foam hurdles that they could jump over. Or some kids, they like jump over backwards, or
oh wow, yeah, okay, that's going on. That's going to go on level 5. Okay,
yeah. But they love the foam hurdle, and then you don't have to worry if they knock it over, because of course we started with a PVC pipe. That was not a good idea.
Too hard.
Yes. And then when they knocked it over, it was not a good thing. But yeah, the foam hurdle, and they love that when they set up the jumps like that around the gym.
I have hopping on one of the levels, and a few kids were trying that yesterday. So now that those have done that, they probably will be ready to move up. How high do you have your hurdles then? Are they sort of
just a standard cone?
Okay.
It has that. We have that hurdle that has those little yellow things that you can. It's like different colors, so you can stick it inside.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neat.
So yeah, they love that, and we play just like at the roller rink. And then I've always wanted a disco ball. Ooh. And the new choir teacher has disco ball. So I think we might be able to have the disco ball in the gym. Oh my gosh.
Well, apparently we have done that in the past at the middle school, and this is my first year there. So I believe they do have a disco ball somewhere, and I will be looking for that disco ball, because we need to have a disco. Definitely.
Yes, because we have like different days of music. So we have disco day, and that's your favorite day. Oh. And so then we have country day, and we try country line dance on the rollerblade. And like Cupid Shuffle Day, and you know, just for a warm up, just to have them do something. So that's really fun too.
Well, we just got done with a dance unit there as well, and some of them were asking, "Oh, can we do some dances on the skates?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sure we could come up with something." So, but they did a really nice job with the dance unit. And I wasn't sure, you know, middle school. You know, there's always going to be some students who love it, and there's going to be some who it's just polarizing, I think, or it can be polarizing unless you're careful. So I ended up using the jigsaw method again. So some cooperative learning, which of course we got from Ash Casey at the National P Institute, who did a fantastic session there. And I had them in a group, and then within their group they split off, and they had to come up with 4 moves, and then come back to their group and then teach their other group members their moves. And then and at first I was like, oh, I think I've messed up here, because most groups, there was 5 students, so that's 20 different moves they had to remember. And I thought, that's going to be too many. So I said, you know what, you decide which ones you want to keep and which ones you want to, you know, discard, because maybe 2 of you have very similar moves that you came up with, and you only want to do one of those ones. So that actually worked out well in the end. They had that choice, and then they put it together how they wanted to, and they just had to demonstrate, you know, different rhythms, different pathways, different levels, and they did such a nice job. They really did. It was another idea I'm going to steal. Jigsaw dance. Yeah, last year you and I saw Michelle Hillier. Yes.
Groove. We did the groove last year, and they love that. But you could do the groove with the jigsaw. I just thought.
Oh, totally. Yes.
You could do the jigsaw and the groove education together. Yay.
That would be brilliant.
That would be really great.
Yeah.
The other thing going back to rollerblading, that I had I had a couple students, and I was really scared about this, but they tried jump rope. Woo!
Oh,
That's scary. That was not, we had to, show mastery of things before, but I mean, it wasn't that exciting. But they at first tried it and they thought it was cool, but then it kind of went away.
yeah.
But that was another thing that they tried. But it's scary at first.
Well, it is, but I mean,
They wanted to roll in, to the long rope, roll in, and then, oh my gosh, yeah, jump.
When I was thinking about doing hops and jumps and things, and then I thought these same students, the ones who are probably going to be up there, they're going to the skate parks.
Yeah.
They want to experiment. They want to try and do new things. So, I mean, yes, we have to be careful, but at the same time, we do want to encourage that exploration to a safe extent, and not say no, you can't possibly. I mean, that's how everything athletically wise has come about. If Dick Fosbury hadn't decided to do his Fosbury flop, who knows where we'd be with that? But he did, and now everyone does it. So there we go.
And that kind of reminds me, because last night, Joy Fife, I watched his vlog.
Oh, his vlog. Yeah. I love his vlogs.
I love his vlogs too.
Yep.
And he launched, I wrote it down so I would not screw it up. Live Every Adventure, to develop physical, with physical literacy. And he came up with that Live Every Adventure, and then it just hit me. There's kids living their adventure with
perfect.
Yeah. Wow.
And I ordered my t-shirt. I'm like, it's too cool of a t-shirt not to get.
That is on my list to do today, to order. And if you don't know what we're talking about, Joy Fife has thephysicaleducator.com. He does these blogs series on Periscope, and it's like every day, I think. And he talks about what he teaches, and it's amazing. Amazing.
There's been one that I've caught that I haven't picked up something. And again, like most things, it can be a tiny something really little. I mean, one of the early ones he shared, I think he had some sort of band, like the little wristbands that you can get, and it was a complaining band. And I don't know, he did mention where he got this idea from, but every time you hear yourself complaining without a solution, you switch it to the other side. Oh. And I know, Tim Ferriss podcast, I believe he heard it from. So anyway, he thought, I can do this. And he said he was switching it all the time. I thought I'm going to try that with some of my adventure classes, maybe my higher level classes, because I think for them, again, if there's a problem, that's okay. Recognize the problem, but make sure you're offering solutions to that problem rather than just, I can't do this. This is awful. If that's what people are hearing. And I think that would maybe raise mindfulness of how we do that without thinking. And I was like, that's a gem, that one.
That is a gem.
Yes.
Writing that down. And I know both of you, I know we're kind of jumping around, which we always do anyway, that both of you and I are doing Run the Year 2016.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Yes.
So
I am. Oh,
yeah, do it.
Screen. Do you have it?
I don't have it printed, but I did get my little badge of 200 miles.
I am doing it with T-Bank, Maureen Borwald from Platteville, teacher, one of the toys. And so it is so fun, isn't it?
Oh, it's brilliant. If anyone doesn't know what it is, Run the Year 2016. It's just a challenge to see if you can run or walk 2,016 miles in the year 2016. Now, of course, we get a bonus day with it being a leap year. And at first I thought, oh, that sounds good. And then I worked out that it's I think it's 5.6 miles a day, or it's between 5 and 6 miles a day. And I thought, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe, I do run a lot, we move a lot. And I thought, no, this will be good. So, and I checked my Fitbit from last year, and I clocked on my Fitbit over 3,000. And I thought, okay. Wow. And now a lot of that is obviously walking and so on. And so I thought, yeah, I'm going to do this. And me and my colleague, Alicia, are doing it, which she's at Run Dance Live. At Run Dance Live. So we're doing it together as well. And I can't tell you so far, though, I don't know about you, but just knowing that I'm doing it, and just knowing that other people are doing it, and just knowing that I'm accountable to somebody, I'm out the door more than ever. And neither of us, I know, are ones that sit inside much anyway. And even if it's a walk sometimes, because maybe you don't want to run every day. Maybe that's just, maybe your knees aren't up for running. But the fact that you can mix it up and match it how you want, I think is great. And with a teammate to work with, it's even better.
It is. And they have a Facebook page, and reading the things that people say are so inspiring.
Oh, they are. They are.
Oh, there's so many inspiring things. And, I liked somebody put on there, because I'm a walker, I don't run. And they said, don't quit putting on here that you're slow and that you're going slow, or you're not doing this. You're exercising. You're getting up and you're moving. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
we get a medal at the end too.
We do. We do, which will be awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
It will be.
And I never heard, you probably have heard, I have never heard before of these virtual races that you could do.
I hadn't until recently either. Yeah, so you can sign up and everyone does whatever distance it is on the given day. Isn't that right?
I think I have not looked into it, because that's one thing I want to look into. But yeah, I just never heard of that before. And then you get medals and all this stuff, and yeah, it's just so inspiring to see all these people like that lost. Well, you don't have to lose weight, but lost like 70 some pounds, or they never did any exercise, and they're getting up there and they're moving, and that's what we're all about.
Exactly. Whatever it is that works for you, and fitting it in. Like I said, anytime you've got somebody else that you're doing it with and people who are supporting you, that's going to be a step in the right direction. So yeah.
Really true.
Neat. Got to keep getting those miles in.
Yes. Keep on moving.
Yep.
And my husband surprised me for Christmas. I got Apple Watch.
Nice.
For Christmas.
What do you think so far?
It's fun. I still haven't figured everything out, but for the exercise, it's really great, because, like today, if I'm at home, I try to get up all the time and move around, but it'll tell you to stand,
I do like that. Yes.
I love that. And I love, just, using the different apps and just having text and everything on your watch. But I still have the Fitbit too. The kids make you too. Yes. Yeah, mine are next to each other.
I've also got a Garmin for running, so I look ridiculous. Sometimes I've got my Garmin, the Fitbit, and my Fitbit's telling me my battery's running low, so I should make sure I charge that before too long, because that would be bad.
That'd be bad. You cannot do that.
I actually bought an extra charger for my car, got it on Amazon or eBay or something, because there's been times when it's run low and I'm like, oh, no. At least I know I'm either going to be at home or probably with my car. So
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're like me. It's just like the kids make fun. They're like, Miss Gorwitz, you got a Fitbit and an Apple Watch on it? I'm like, yep. I'm in the Fitbit league with Joe Bailey, so I have to keep on moving.
But it keeps you accountable.
It does. I have to get my steps in every day, and walking around the living room today.
I had the training I was at on Friday. By the time I got home at 6 o'clock, I had 3,000 steps. Like, this won't do. And I didn't feel like running because I'd been sitting all day. So I just hopped on the treadmill and walked and walked and walked and walked. And I got there. So it was good.
The other idea I had, was like like people that watch us, if they're watching, or you and I share like all these things that, worked well. I thought maybe I have something that didn't work and how I took it from it didn't work to make it work.
Oh,
so things don't always work for you and I,
No, this is true.
No. We have failures and we learn from our failures and we don't just give up, because I had this, I thought was a really great idea, because we're in pickleball right now, and that is such a stationary thing. So the actual pickleball skills and strategies and things like that are a very small part of the class. So I always have most of the classes, like 5 components of fitness, activity, or something. So I was going to do heart monitors, and I came up with this great idea. I thought that the kids were going to do. I adapted it off of Colin Brooks' augmented reality activity he did last year, where he had
the heart rate game board.
Yes, yes. Okay. So I printed off his game board pieces with the colors, because I have polar H7s. So most of the colors that he had matches. And then I put different activities, because of course it should hit me. I'm 59. Okay, I'm not 13. Okay, that's part of the problem. So I had 9 different activities with different heart rate zone colors that go with the H7. And of course, dumb me, I tried the activity with the H7 on and went, oh, that's a green one. It went in green. Dumb me, I'm 59. I'm not 13. So the kid's like, Miss Gorwitz, I'm not in the green zone. I'm like, you're not? Then it hits me. Of course they're not. I'm 40 some years older than they are. So that was really stupid how I did that. But then it was a learning thing, because then I asked them. I'm like, okay, so Miss Gorwitz, goofed up. And so I said, okay, you guys get together. We'll stop the heart rate workout. You get together and you come up with activities. And so then it turned awesome, because we turned back the Polar Go Fit on, and the activities they tried, a lot of them weren't in the zone either. Oh. So then trying to, see what activities are in what zone and perceived exertion. So it turned out really good, but it took 2 days of trying. But it shows that you can fail. And
I think that's the best part of it, though, because then I always think it's good when you do screw something up, because nearly always something good comes out of it. And with them being an integral part of the problem solving, that's teaching them that if something does screw up, it's okay. You just rethink and you redesign and you try it again, and then you you just figure it out.
Yeah. But why I thought that I would be in the same zone as they would. Oh my gosh. I just don't know why. I must have got hit in the head or something. I don't know.
You could play, you're making me think now, you could play like zone bingo or something.
Yep.
So, okay, do an activity that gets you in the green zone for a minute, or the next zone for a minute. And then maybe for me and my partner, activity number 1 gets us in the green zone for a minute. But from, my friend and his partner, they do a different activity that gets them in that zone for a minute. So was that a custom workout that you set up using Polar Go Fit?
Polar Go Fit comes with, it's just all set up in there with, you could choose different levels. Like we do the performance level, but you can do different levels, which will have different percentages for you to work out in. And then they have the green, their squares turn different colors.
Yes.
So our learning target for the day was to assess what activities are associated with each level. And then at the end, we did like a walk and talk for the kids to discuss, what surprised them, like depth of knowledge more. I have to do a better job at that too, with the depth of knowledge questions at the end that I pose to them. But
yeah,
I got kind of the idea, but
yeah, because you've got these choices, haven't you?
Yeah. We did performance. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one. Now I know that you told me at some point, didn't you change your colors to green and gold?
No, for performance.
Couldn't do that one, huh?
That the performance, we have them mostly when we do an activity. We did an activity workout like a Packer, green and gold.
I see.
We had workout like a Packer day. Because, everything we do helps the Packers, we think. And before we played, in the playoffs, we had to work out like Packer Day so we could help them, win against Washington. But didn't work so well against Arizona, though. Oh, well.
You gave it a shot. That's what counts.
We did.
Yeah. Well, I had something else that was really neat.
Awesome.
When I'll take my hat off now.
I know, me too. I'm sweating to death.
This is a good problem, by the way.
Woo!
So in our swimming unit, we're one-to-one iPads this year, and so I wanted them to video themselves at the beginning of the swimming unit. And my original goal was to have them do front crawl, back crawl, and breaststroke. Just video yourself, see where you're at, and we're going to keep them, and then we're going to obviously go through each of the skills and then review at the end. And I had them re-video themselves, and they used their analysis, looking about how their skill was in the beginning and how it was in the end, and they compared it. And even though you know that you've seen improvement, for both me and for the students to see, like, wow, look at how good I got in 3 weeks just really focusing on technique. It was amazing.
That is awesome.
I know. I was just like, because they said, they sent me their videos through Google Classroom. They uploaded them, and before I got all of them in, before I was going to actually sit down and look through them with the assessment criteria, I had a look at a couple, and I was just blown away. And I said to the student, one of the students, I'm like, Hannah, did you see your video? And she's like, oh my God. I'm like, I know. We're like completely, it was just amazing. And it, again, a really good reminder that we don't see those changes over time, but they do happen. But just to see that stark contrast was just fantastic. So I'm so glad. I was a little worried about, okay, am I going to get the iPads wet here? And they were very good. It kind of said, look, dry your hands, but we'll keep your iPads on this dry side over here. And it worked out fine. And the videoing part only it wasn't very long. It was, they literally summed a couple of widths, did their other stroke, and then they switched out with their partner. So it didn't take long at all. It was awesome. Yeah, and I'm thinking, right, I'm going to do that with more skills now. Again, just so they can see, look at me and look what I've done. So it's yeah.
They don't think that they're improving.
No,
they really are.
Yeah, it was brilliant feedback. So I'm
awesome.
Very pleased about that.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I was just looking outside because I think somebody's shoveling already. Anyway.
Are they doing good drive for you?
Hey, come to our driveway. But in my health class, this is my second year. Last year I designed, because I teach in a very small town, 2,000 people. And we had a very small family-owned grocery store in our little downtown, not very big. So last year, this family built a Century grocery store, Gilbert's grocery store, that's family. And so when I was going up last year, I went, ooh, I got to find out some way to use that. So I came up with this idea to do the Healthy Food Advocate, because in our Wisconsin Health Standard, Standard 8, advocacy is the hardest standard for me anyway to, get kids to adapt to. So this is our second year, and I did a joint project with our computer teacher. And they had to design a 3-day menu with 9 recipes from choosemyplate.gov. And then the computer ed teacher taught them how to do Excel, to set up the formula. And they had to do a grocery shopping list. And then the best part we did last week, we went to Gilbert's grocery store with their mobile devices with a screenshot of their grocery shopping list, and then they had to take pictures of every item and find where it is in the grocery store. And they also did the Decide Now app before we started, and spun the app, and I had $10 increments of their food budget.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. And it was so cool because, there's people from the community that are in their grocery shopping asking us what they're doing. And the kids were like, oh, we're virtual grocery shopping. And there were 2 times there was either a grandma or a grandpa of one of the kids at the grocery store.
Oh, that's nice.
So they were saying, yeah, I can't believe my mom and dad do this every week. And it's hard to find all the items, and how do you do this every week? And it's awesome. It's been an awesome activity, and We're just
the
fishing out.
advocacy piece, isn't it? Because I mean, not they're learning awesome skills. You got that connection with the community as well. And if anything, they're saying, these students need to learn how to food budget and try to figure out how to live healthily within a food budget, which could be variable from for various reasons. Oh, that's fantastic. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it'll encourage other people to think, I wonder how I could budget my money for more healthy foods rather than less healthy foods.
Yeah, because that's what they were complaining about. One young man who he said, Miss Gorwitz, come over here, look at this. These liter bottles of Coke are like, I can't remember what it was, like two for $5 or something. And he goes, yeah, but then like the healthy, drink juice or whatever is so much more expensive. I went, yep. He goes, that's messed up. But I went, yes, it is.
He's right.
Yes, it is. Because, eating healthy is more expensive than going to McDonald's, and you can pick 2 things for $2 or whatever. So
but then it's always a case of, okay, are you going to pay now? Are you going to pay later? Yeah, and that's not always an easy concept for younger people to think about, because they live in the now. That's just the way their brains work.
That's right. They're like, but we like going to I show them Super Size Me too, and then they won't go to McDonald's either. So
that one doesn't.
So that has been our second year. We've modified it, and it has gone really well. And then we have a shared folder. We use Dropbox, and then the kids put their pictures in Dropbox. So if somebody forgot to take a picture of something, or we had one young man that broke his leg, so he's on crutches. He can't go on crutches in the snow. So he could use the pictures in Dropbox.com to, do his project and it's really a great project.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I've got, this is not my health project, but my colleague Alicia, she did what I thought was one of the coolest health projects towards the end of last year. They were in a drugs unit, and she had them, I think she called it create a bag, and they had to create a bag of alternatives for each different drug classification. So instead of a drug that was classified as a hallucinogen, what would be something that's non-drug related that would give you the same effect, that's safe and healthy? And the same for a stimulant, and the same for a depressant. So I know she started off by telling her students, this is my bag, and I've got coffee, and this is why I put coffee in my bag, and I've got running, and this is why running's in my bag. And she didn't tell them which category was which for her. So she let them, but I just said, to me, that is brilliant, because you've made that connection between what these drugs do and the effect, what it is you might be seeking by taking these drugs. And then you are having them identify alternatives that are healthy, and seeing the connection. Oh, if I feel like this, or I feel I need this, here are alternatives that I know that I like, that work for me, that I should go to, rather than, perhaps making a poor choice and opting for drugs if they were there. And I was like, I thought that's just brilliant. If everyone's got their own toolbox of things they can go to.
There you go. I'm going to use that. That is awesome. Yeah,
I know.
Is awesome.
Seriously, ever since you told me that, it keeps going around in my head again. Like, that is just such a fantastic idea. I just thought it was brilliant.
Last year I tried. We're going to do it again this year. Last year was the first time. We did a natural high day in health. And they could, if they wanted to, they could have video game, but I gave them different things. Like a lot of kids did yoga, or they wanted to sit on an exercise ball, or I had colors that was big that they could draw, and we talked about mindfulness, and that melded right in. But it was a big hit. And they go, "Can we have this every day?" And I went, "Not every day, but we could do it again." So that was a big hit too, to show them all the fun little things that don't cost, that don't have to cost money, to give them a natural high instead of a drug high. So that was really fun too.
That's neat. That's really.
We could do that in Phi Ed too. We could do that in physical education.
We totally could. We definitely could. Yeah. And tomorrow is actually the Global Day of Play. Which is
Oh,
where, and I don't know how many schools are now entered into this. But instead of having, it depends on the school, obviously, but a lot of schools are not having their regular lessons. And the general rules are you come on in, there's no electronics, but you, lost my train of thought for a second there. Everything is play. So there's board games and there's, physical activity games, but everything is a game, and it's more hands-off from an adult perspective. It's like, let these students play and learn how to problem solve and learn how to get along with each other and learn how to, conflict resolution and all those things that I think often they get less opportunities to do, or, perhaps a well-meaning adult or teacher, hovers and tries to jump in without letting them have any sort of problem solving. And I was like, what a wonderful idea. Just play. Because think about how much you learn when you can be creative. You can have Lego stations, painting stations, you name it. And I don't know, this might appeal more at the elementary level, but I think it's equally as important at the middle and high school level. They need to know how to play.
They do.
I like playing.
I like playing too.
There we go.
I like playing too. I saw that video of you going down the sled hill.
Oh, that was fun.
Whoa. I couldn't go down head first, but that's fun, going down the sled hill.
It is. And I'm actually thinking the snowplow, I don't think is going to get around here for a while. And we have a nice slope on our road. I think that has my name on it. I'm going to head down there at some point later. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking if we have our cross-country skis in the garage or not, and I could go on those. That'd be fun too.
That would be fun.
Yes.
Yeah, this fun thing is just not limited to kids. That's not fair. They got to share.
That's true. They don't get all the fun. That's what I tell them when they go, because they, when we take turns, showing how we can do different skills, and they're like, oh, Miss Gorwitz, I could demonstrate for that for you. I went, hey, I get fun too. I could still do some things. Can't do a burpee anymore, but I can do most things still.
Perfect.
So what else is going on? Let's see what else I wrote down.
I had a fun little icebreaker activity with one of my classes. We started the new semester, and a lot of the same students I had in my outdoor and adventure class went on to do adventure ed. So some of the ones I normally use, I'm like, I can't use them again because they've already done them. So I was thinking, what can I do to, still get that, pick their interest in each other, find out where they've got common interests. So I came up with a 2 truths and a lie. They had to come up with 2 things that were true and 1 that was a lie, and figure out which person they corresponded to and which one was the lie. And they had a lot of fun figuring out what the lies were.
Can you hear my dog in the background?
Is he excited about something?
No. Well, Marshall went out to shovel, and he wants to go outside, so sorry.
Oh, he's left behind, so he's not happy.
He's left behind in the hall. So sorry. He's crying. Max!
Because he wants to have fun.
He does. Hey, the dog wants to have fun too.
There we go.
Look at all that snow out there, and you're not letting me outside.
Oh yeah, we're up to a good few inches now, I think. So, yeah.
Yes.
Could be time for a shovel pretty shortly, I think.
I know. Marshall's out there. I can go, oh, I had to Google Hangout. Sorry. I couldn't be shoveling that.
There'll be more. We know that much.
Oh, there'll be more that we can help with. So
the other thing I think I've done with the training I did on Thursday and Friday, did get to learn how to use GarageBand to make podcasts, which is kind of cool. And that quite timely because I have a student who does need some auditory things done in audio fashion for her. So I'm, trying to make audio notes for her to make things easier and more accessible. But we ended up making a brain boost podcast of just simple beats, with GarageBand. And then I used some pictures to make it work, but you could have obviously pictures of the activities as they were being done. And just a minute or 2 that could be a classroom brain boost that could be done anywhere, that even someone could listen to at home. And I thought, So that was neat. That gave, then that made me think, wouldn't it be nice to have a class? And this would be probably more of an upper level type thing. It could be a wellness class, whatever you wanted, that was their responsibility for the school or school district, depending on how big it was to make classroom brain boosts and, really spread wellness messages. And I thought, so I'm gonna have to start chatting to people about that and see if that's something feasible for the future.
That is an awesome idea.
It'd be great to turn over to
that. And yes, that would be great. Or for kids that really, that's what they're into, that could be part of the class that they excel at.
Yes.
They might not excel at all the skill level things, but they could really excel at that. Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, and there's such a need for it. And so many teachers I come across now, they know the boosts are important, but they're still not comfortable, they're not sure, and just having that guidance or having a plug and play thing where, okay, I haven't got to think of one more thing to get ready for the classroom. And I get that's, there's a lot going on. It would definitely, I think, make life easier. So I'm going to see if I maybe get a posse together for a day or, in summer and see what we can create. That would be kind of fun.
That is awesome idea.
An adventure.
Awesome idea.
We'll see.
But I was thinking.
I know. I can't help it.
We can't. Just things come to us.
This is true. It's all because we move. That's why.
That's right. Sit. Well, I'm a little older now, so I tell myself whatever I'm doing, Zumba or whatever, like one more. So every step I take is one step away from the nursing home. So, yay. Yes, don't want to end up in there.
There's too much fun to be had.
That's right.
Way too much. All righty. Wow. Well, anything else? Or shall we wrap it up?
I can't think of anything else.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go enjoy I showed you this earlier, but my kids found this. Cadbury's cream egg. Oh, I love these. They're so good. So I'm going to, maybe I should shovel first and then I should have my cream egg. That'd be a much better idea.
That's a good idea.
Earn it.
I'll shovel and then I could have something here. I don't know what it is, but we'll find something.
There you go.
This has been so fun.
Yes, you too. It's always great to hang out.
Oh, I know.
And
it's snow on our snow day.
I know. We got spoiled today.
We did. They're very precious. Not very many of these do we have, so
a special treat. All right. Well, I'm sure we will hang out again before too long, that's for sure.
We will.
There'll be way more things to share.
We will.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.